Who's your daddy, Seattle? This show has no strong male characters, so therefore it's up to Ellie to step up and be the daddy. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment here to review Season 2, Episode 4 of The Last of Us. This one is called Day 1, and for me it might be like the final straw. Never mind Day 1, it could be the last day, it could be the end of days for this show. This show's been woke since the very first season. Seen a lot of people complaining, saying, oh, Season 2 is really... No, Season 1 was woke. If you're just too blind to see it, then that is your fault, but there is no doubt they have stepped up in Season 2, and what we've seen in this episode, I think just took it to new levels, where Dena announces she's pregnant, Ellie says she's going to be a dad, which is just not true, factually, biologically. It's just, I mean, it's just not fucking true at all, but that's what they're pushing here. We got a lesbian sex scene, which was just nobody needed to see, and there was no Tommy, there was no Jesse, there was nobody else from the group, Ellie's group. There was no one really from Jackson. We didn't get to see Abby or any of her group. What we did get was introduced to some Fedra soldiers, so we finally get some white guys in the show, but then they die like 2 minutes later, and of course they were portrayed as like bad soldiers because here they're white, they've got to be bad.
They're white, they've got to be shite.
That's how you qualify for this show as a white man. You got to be the evil white man.
You got to be evil. I tell you what, this is an evil episode. This is an evil show, and we know it's folk, right? There is no shying away for that, but borderline can't watch it anymore. I can't. No, it's like let me just talk about the whole daddy comment. It's like, you are never that child's dad. See, at best, you might be stepmom, something like that. I don't really know how it works, right? The last time I checked, Bella Ramsey, you're a woman. You can pretend to be whatever the fuck you are, but not the reality is. That's what you were born. May not look it. You may look like an alien, a xenomorph, something like that. I know she's playing the character Ellie Williams, but it's like, I'm going to be a dad, and it wasn't even like in a joking way. I know it also pissed me off about it, pushing Jesse out to the side, like, oh yeah, there's Jesse there as well. Hold on here, biologically, it's Jesse's kid. Ellie, if there's one guy that's going to be the dad, it's going to be Jesse, whatever his second name is, not you. And see this, man, it's just another dig at the traditional family values.
That's what it is. See, the core family, the nuclear family, the man and the woman, and the mother and the father. It's basically just another way to push that to the side, say that we don't need that, and that two lesbians, two women can raise a child, and one can just play the role of the father. I'm surprised that Ellie even called herself the daddy, considering she's like gender queer, whatever, doesn't really identify as gender structures or whatever. So therefore, it's just bullshit, man. It's sad that we need to be talking about this, but honestly, man, the show, I think, had potential to be good, but once you see a show that's you're finished, no, man. Wokeness kills everything.
Well, let's just say, right, Dena is bi. I mean, it's just a mess, isn't it? But let's just say she is, right? Which apparently she is. Maybe a normal person would actually take, offence to Ellie saying, "Oh, I'm going to be the dad." It's like, hold on here. Why are you going to be the dad? What about the actual guy who will be the father, Jesse? And see, another thing is, see if Ellie was another man, how much of a whore would Dena look like? But because it's the main character Ellie that she's sleeping around with, it's almost like it's that's good. Oh look, Ellie's. See if this was another guy forcing himself to be another dad instead of Jesse.
People would be like, that's not right.
Aye.
Jesse's the father of that kid. She's sleeping around, but because she does it with a woman, and it's like a lesbian relationship, and they want two women to, mother and quote father this child. The whole message is, oh look, it's strong, it's powerful, it's this, it's that. It's fucking bullshit.
I know it's bullshit about it. I think you said in the game Jesse dies or something. Maybe he'll die in this show. I'm not really too sure, right? But see, in the fucking real world, his relationship with Ellie should be it done. You know what I mean? But they'll portray him as weak. He'll just bow down. He'll be the third wheel in this relationship. He'll probably get to see his kid once a week in
Well, I
Jackson.
know.
Well, will he know? I mean, I don't know. Will he ever even find out? That's another thing. But it's just a mess, honestly. I mean, it's like, you know what? See, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if they did have like a lesbian relationship, or hell, they were just friends or something, this could have been portrayed as a bit of comedy.
Yeah,
but not here. This was sincere.
So let's get into it. We get introduced to a new character, Jeffrey Wright, played by Isaac Dixon. Looks like this guy is actually going to be a main character for this season, so of course that means that he can't be white, because you need to be like really evil. If you want to be on this show, you need to be like a homophobe or something like that, or like a a cannibal, or someone that likes kids. That's the way that you can be white on this show. So it's another person of colour, which is cool, because I actually do think this guy was the best part of this show. Actor seems pretty decent. He was a member of Fedra. We start the show with Fedra. He's sitting in the back, seems like he's the captain, and the Fedra guys, they're all telling stories of like stuff that they've done in the past, and I think you're led to believe that they seem like they've done some bad stuff to people. And of course the group's white, so it's a bunch of white guys kind of joking around about stuff that they've done.
Authoritarian shit.
Yeah. Oh, we're taking away people's rights. We call them voters because they don't have a vote. And then Isaac Dixon, he kind of interrupted them and went, no, the reason you call them that is because you took away their rights, blah, blah, blah. So it's just him basically trying to put an end to the white guys that were kind of making fun of the people that they'd controlled over. And then, of course, the guy in the front driving is also non-white. So you got this group of Fedra. There's like seven of them, 8 of them in this truck. And the only 2 people who are not like laughing and joking about the bad stuff that they've done is the 2 non-white people. I mean, clearly done on purpose, but whatever.
You know what, though? You're right. It's done on purpose. This isn't on accident. See, if you were a fly on the wall during these production meetings in here, it's not just The Last of Us. It's a lot of media. I mean, it's 99%. They would purposely be discussing ideas. Right, well, we're going to have this group begin episode 4 here, and they're going to be talking in an aggressive manner towards, minorities, and we call them voters. Oh, right, so see that group, they all have to be white, but see the guy that speaks down to them and buries them for being rude and being aggressive, he has to be black. And I see the guy in the front seat,
because the message you've got to push, it's the narrative. But so they stop, and there's like this group, I think it's the Seraphites. We get Isaac goes out, he tells the rest of his team to stay behind. He pulls out this rookie guy, this young kid that I don't think was really doing anything. He seems to be new on the job or whatnot. He pulls him out, speaks with a woman, I think her name was Hanara, and then he turns around and he gets a couple of grenades, chucks them into the fan, closes the door, kills all his Fedra soldiers. The driver tries to get out and he shoots him down as well. And now it looks like this Isaac Dixon guy has he's defected, I guess, into this Seraphites group or whatever they are. So yeah, there you go. He's no longer Fedra, he's now Seraphites. So that was his introduction. And later we see him torturing a guy, I believe that is from the Scars group. Just a guy that is like kind of, I don't know if it's they're trying to go for this like alien sort of look. Remember in Alien where Ellen Ripley kind of looked like, it was Alien 3? They had the shaved head. I don't know if that's the kind of look that they're going for or whatever. The one thing I did not like about this scene was the guy was fucking bollock naked. Just no reason for it. No, and I mean he could be, but you don't need to show it. There was absolutely no fucking reason for them to show this guy's like full frontal nudity. No, and that's not me being a little bitch, or it was just unnecessary. I don't understand why they would do it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't a scene that required that. I thought it was fucking strange. I thought it was very strange. We know HBO, I mean, yeah, we've seen that shite in Game of Thrones and stuff, but I didn't really understand the point of this.
Yeah, no, you're right. And
it took me off guard when I seen it.
Another white man looking weak, chained up, bollock naked, getting tortured by the black man.
It could be. Anyway, so he wants answers and he's burning them with a pot. He saw, when I was younger, I used to be a good cook. I wasn't good with the women. I was bad with the women. Like just more men bashing. But I could cook good, so I tried to do that for them. I always wanted these French pans, could never afford them, but now I've got them. And he starts heating up the French pans, and apparently it keeps the heat at the bottom of the pan, but the handles are nice and cool, so you can carry the handle over and burn this Scar guy.
No, but hold on. He says it like it's groundbreaking. Isn't most fucking frying pans like that?
Yeah, he's burning this guy, and he's trying to get information when the next attack's going to be. We then get Dena and Ellie. They arrive. They're in Seattle, and there's like this big rainbow mural on the wall. It says something, happy to be gay or something like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, just... Oh, for fuck's sake, why is it doing this? They then see a building, so they decide, oh, look, we can't really get to that in the day. Dina's like, well, let's hide the horse, let's hide Shimmer, we'll go at night. So they hide out in a place, and soldiers come in, and they find some of the Federal soldiers already dead, and then they sweep the area, because they think that Scars could be nearby. Scars have done this or whatnot, or Seraphites, whoever they think's done it. Ellie and Dena are trapped there, so they have to try and make their way out. They do. Ellie tackles a big guy down and chokes him out and stabs him. Just kind of similar how we've seen her take that big guy down in episode 1. Just, I mean, just unreal fucking realistic here. It's like, I think a game's a little bit different because you're playing it and you're in control, and you feel like that if you take people down, and it's like it's your own doing or whatnot. But when you're seeing this like transpire onto TV,
also it's a game. You know what I mean? People need to. I know this is a TV show based on a game, right? But it's set in the real world. It's ridiculous. I mean, Ellie is like what, 5'1".
Look, I fucking hate how things are woke, but I mean, there's ways you do it. The Walking Dead, for example, I've spoken about how woke that shit is, but see in Season 3, I can believe that someone that looks like Michonne can reasonably hold her own against the governor in a fight, especially if she gets lucky and, you know, there's like a big shard of glass for her to pick up and stab him with. You know, you can believe that, but what, 5'1" fucking...
Yeah, but also, like,
Ramsey?
These guys are military. Bella Ramsey is a...
Yeah, but I'm saying some women match up a little bit better.
No, of course they do, but
Come
you're right.
on, man. Michonne's a lot taller, and Michonne's actually in good physical condition. I mean, there's no, like, body fat there. She looks very muscly and toned. I think Michonne's someone that you believe... If a woman was going to have a chance, I think it would be someone like a Michonne.
No, I would agree with that, but yeah, Bella Ramsey chokes her out here, and then guy gets shot, and then stabs the guy on the floor, and then they jump through a window, crawl through the tunnels, they're in the subway courts. Oh, look, we can hear a clicker, we can hear somebody infected, then they come in.
The visuals are pretty nice, because you're underground, and it's like a red lighting, and then the soldiers come down, and then they hear clickers and infected, and I think one of the flares landed on the tendrils, whatever, and that caused the infected to come in, take out all the soldiers. Ellie and Dena have to scramble through the train cars, and they manage to get away from the infected eventually. They climb up into like the stairs, they get through the turnstiles. Dena's kind of like stuck, so Ellie shoves her arm in to like block one of the infected, and it takes a bite out of her, and she saves Dena. Then they manage to get away. Later, Dena then goes to shoot Ellie. Ellie's like, I'm not infected, I promise. And she says, look, I'm immune, I'll sleep here and you can keep your gun on me and I'll wake up and I'll be alright. Does that. She wakes up, says that, see, I told you I'm immune. Dena then says, I'm pregnant. And then they both just start making out, kissing, and Ellie starts fingering Dena. Fucking, just another scene that didn't need to be in there, just like in season 1, where we just didn't need that Frank guy to go down on fucking Bill, alright? You can, no, but I mean, you can, see if we see Frank and Bill go into the fucking bedroom and the door closes, I think you know what's going to happen. You don't actually need to fucking show Bill laying there and Frank slowly moving down while having his hand on, I mean, can we be a bit more subtle here?
Yeah, that.
But because these are gay scenes, they have to fucking show it.
The Bill and Frank takes the biscuit, like, I mean, is that a pun intended? I don't know, but...
And all these freaks, man, see all these people that go, all these people that don't want Bella Ramsey casted, you're just, like, sexualising, like, a girl or whatever. All these people are freaks, man. See these fandom people, see, they're oh, we shipped Dena and Ellie, oh, that scene was amazing. See when you look at Instagram, you look at The Last of Us official account, is posting all this shit, and all these fucking weirdos are wanting this. They're wanting to see all these like sex scenes and nudity with these two characters, and they're pushing to see this. So it's like they're fucking warped. Yeah, they try and turn it around and blame the people that don't want Bella Ramsey casted as fucking Ellie. No one wants Bella Ramsey casted as Ellie because she looks like a fucking mongoloid. I mean, that's the facts here.
No, she's a mongoloid. There is no escaping that. And not the real tragedy about this show is, see if it was made 15 years ago, it'd be great.
All the people that see all these fucking woke lefties, man, that are accusing people of not liking the Bella Ramsey cast because they don't find her attractive. These are all the ones that are pushing and begging for these like LGBT sex scenes involving Bella Ramsey. It's fucking strange.
I know, but it's not just attractiveness. She literally looks like she's got a deformity. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you know what? It's like, anyway, back to the point there. They can have their wee sex scene, whatever. Ellie says she's immune, and Dena says she's pregnant, and they just start having sex. It's like, hold on here. Being immune's a pretty fucking big deal. Should Dena not... Didn't even say nothing about it. Didn't even say nothing about it. Just, oh, how'd that happen? How long have you known? Is there a cure? No question. And then the whole pregnant thing as well. Never asked anything about that. They wake up and...
No, but what if it took Ellie a while to turn? Maybe she could have infected fucking Dena.
Yeah, because Tess did say that it can take up to 2 days. 2 days at the most.
Just, everything, it's forced down your throat. Then the whole I'm the daddy line.
Yeah, so then they wake up and she says, Ellie's like, I can't believe you're pregnant. And Ellie goes, I'm going to be a dad. And then she said something along the lines of, well, I guess Jesse as well, or Jesse too. And it's like, what do you mean as well? Like, Jesse as if he's some sort of like Klingon, like he's some sort of third party.
No, but Dena says something along the lines of, oh, I like girls and boys, but my mum said you can only like boys. But right, let's just say she is bi, right? Like we talked about earlier. If you're with Jesse and you're having a kid with him, right? Just because you're bi doesn't give you free reign to sleep with other women. But almost like she was justifying it here. And like we said earlier, it's like...
Yeah, do you not think there's a thing... it's almost like if you're bi, you can't cheat. as long as you cheat with the opposite sex of the person that you're currently dating.
Yes. It feels like we're getting a triple threat match here. One of those polygons, whatever you call them, relationships.
No, but like, see...
open with a kid, and it's a mess.
See if Ellie was a male, right? Jesse would be fucking pissed if he heard this conversation and he knew about the situation. And rightfully so. But honestly, I don't think anything should really change.
No, it shouldn't. But we know for a fact, if he finds out that these two are together, or have slept together, he will not be bothered.
Now, I believe in the game he didn't, but you know what? In the show, I think he probably will. Because I think that'll be another way to make the males look even weaker.
Yes.
By basically allowing a female to take his place, and him being okay with it, and him actually, maybe pushing for it.
Yeah, honestly.
So, I mean, and he'll probably give it his blessing, so it's okay. It's just, it's not okay. And then they wake up and they hear radio going, and we hear someone asking for Nora to come down. They're getting attacked, and then obviously Dina's like, Nora, she was with Abby, she'll know where Abby is, and they set out and they pick where they're going, and Ellie says to Dena, you don't have to come with me because you're pregnant, and Dina's like, nah, I'm with you to the end, and that was it. So there you go. Load of shite if you ask me. I mean, if you take the woke stuff out, I think it's okay, but it's pretty hard to, it's pretty... half the episode's woke, so it's like, if you take that out, then...
It's so forced in your throat, though. It's like I said earlier, if this show came out 15 years ago, I think it'd be great. I truly believe that, because see with HBO and the money and the graphics and the visual effects and the actual production on the show, you can't fault that. But it is the wokeness, man.
I think this show could have been better than peak Walking Dead if it came out when Walking Dead came out.
Yeah, but that is the problem that we've now got, where it feels like every show is just affected by the woke mind virus.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. I am going to give this one. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
I'll give it a 3 out of 10. Honestly, can't fucking stand it. Near brought my dinner up when she turned around and said that.
I'm the dirty. Anyway, guys, that's it. More follow-up to this. We'll do some reactions. We'll break down the promo, and yeah, I'm sure there'll be controversy to some of these scenes, and we'll do a ratings video as well because it'll be interesting to see if the ratings have
Oh no,
dropped
but that's
even more.
another thing. The ratings are going to die on its arse because what they've done is essentially Joel's died. Jackson is completely put on the back burner. You've just got Dena and Ellie, which I think, let's be real, I don't think a lot of people watching will overly fucking care for.
I think they're trying to they're alternating their audience. Like they're definitely you're cutting off a lot of people ain't going to be interested in that.
Yeah, and then you're just introducing like groups, like 3 or 4 groups of jobbers. Let's be real, man.
Yep.
I would, like you see if the see introducing like 3 or 4 groups. Like, what's that do for you? Like what? What is it?
Phaedra, Seraphite, Scars.
I thought this was going to be about. I mean, I get it, right? It's not like Abby's group when they killed Joel was massive, but adding in these like 3 or 4 extra groups to me is just it's diluting it.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.